moving just like a skater. Can see you right now, so I'm gon' have to see you later. I know love to show me, nigga, you was just a hater. All about that paper, you gon' meet your mate.
Our own now. What? Yeah. Appreciate everybody tapping in once again. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in on Vital TV, where we kind of share some information, vital information, of course. Today, I'm going to kind of continue on a little bit more about chakra energy, manifestations. I'm just going to get into a little bit about the vibrational chart and basically what that is or what that represents. So pretty much the vibrational chart is something that, it rates your vibration. So as light beings, once again, we're all energy. If you aren't aware of this, E equals MC squared. But basically, we're all energy, right? Light beings. People are energy sources, okay? That's first and foremost. Everything is energy, basically. Everything is energy. So atoms, we can get into the atoms as far as, molecules. Everything's like moving at a super high, like fast rate, moving really high, like a high speed. That's what's causing things to vibrate. So a lot of the things that we're actually seeing, we're not actually seeing these things, right? They're not actually here, so to speak. Like physical reality, I guess. Everything is just kind of energy, and then it takes a solid form. And then that's what kind of creates this idea in our minds that this is an actual physical thing. Like this camera, for instance. Or you watching me on your TV, or watching me on your phone, for instance. But yeah, so just to kind of get a little bit more into that chart, I just feel like I had to break that down really quick so we do understand that everything is energy, right? Basically, how I was referring to each chakra point, basically referring to, your root chakra, starting to your sacral, solar plexus, the heart, throat, third eye, and of course the crown. So basically on this chart you have different vibrational feelings, right? So the goal basically is to raise your, the idea of meditation, the idea of learning about your chakras, the idea of getting into spirituality or anything like that. It's not about ego. That's basically one thing that you want to understand when you are getting into kind of spirituality, or if you want to or decided to, or whatever the case. This is not an egotistical thing, right? You don't want to come with a mind of ego. Although it's very, very, very easy to get caught up in that. Just because the line is very thin. The line is very thin between ego and real self-righteousness, as far as like what you stand for and what you believe in, right? Not so much believe, but what you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you really know about yourself that nobody can tell you about you? You know what I'm saying? So that's not ego. But when you come from ego and you're trying to judge other people or tell other people who they are because of you think you're somebody special, I don't know. That might be ego or something like that, but you just gotta look out for that, because when you do get into spirituality, the whole point is basically to raise your vibration, right? We want to be able to raise our vibes. So this is what I'm saying. Everything is energy. We all have a vibration, and we're all always in vibration, whether you want to be in vibration or not. You know what I mean? We're always in motion. We're always in emotion, right? Basically, emotions are energy that is in motion. So your emotions, which is energy in motion, is what's basically manifesting. That's how you manifest every day. So you're manifesting naturally every day, whether you want to manifest good things or whether you want to manifest bad things. You're making the choice to manifest that in your reality, in your truth, and whatever that is. I'm not saying I don't know what your truth is. I don't know nothing about that. I'm not here to judge you. You live your truth and I'm gonna live mine. Other than that, you want to make sure that the energy that you're putting out is the same energy you want to receive, right? So a lot of the times, you want to make sure, a lot of the times I'm making sure personally that I'm putting out good energy, whether it's in a negative situation or it doesn't matter. Like, the only thing I know is to put out good energy, right? So if somebody approaches me on some like weirdness, or like they don't like me or whatever the case, like, which has happened to me before. I've literally came across people in my life where they just did not like me and they've never met me. Nobody, you don't even know me. How can you not like me and you don't even know me? That's the craziest thing about that. When I do though, the situation always works out in my favor, just because I'm always giving out positive energy, whether they like me or not. I really don't care. I'm not here for anybody to like me. I'm not here for anybody to really understand me or anything like that. So I really appreciate anybody that does take the time out to come to this channel and just watch, what I be talking about or what I got to say. Like I said, this is Vital TV, so you're not just like here for no reason, and I appreciate that. But yeah, basically energy, emotion. You got the vibrational chart, right? So you want to be able to raise your vibration to the highest point of the chart. The highest point of the chart is actually enlightenment, and that's where that's where you want to be, basically. By doing that, you're waking up to a higher consciousness, and that's basically the goal. You want to wake up to a higher consciousness, quote unquote wake up. You want to live in a higher consciousness. You want to live in enlightenment. So that's the point of pretty much doing your meditations, your chakra healings, anything like that. That's going to obviously raise your vibration. Anything you can do to raise your vibration is beneficial to you, I promise, in every single way. Like I said, there's multiple ways that you can actually raise your vibration. You got singing bowls, bro. There's so many things that you can do. You got singing bowls, crystals, of course, meditation, yoga, music, creating, anything that you do creatively, that's going to raise your vibrations, because when you do what you love, naturally that raises your vibration. So that's why it's important, just to always do what you love to do, and don't let nobody stop you from doing that. Whatever that is, just do that shit, like, for real. So basically, on that chart, you got shame at the lowest. Shame, guilt, that's like the lowest, that's the root. And then you have, of course, the crown chakra, where I want to sit. I don't know about y'all, but that's where I want to be. I want to be sitting at the top of enlightenment, joy, peace in my life, happy, calm. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problems going on. But I like living my life this way. So I really do recommend, I recommend that, you take the time out just to do the work. There's a lot of shadow work you can actually do if you get into these kind of things. Shadow work, it's basically trying to heal, not trying, but you're healing your inner child. A lot of times we, become traumatized, or whatever the case may be. A lot of the times we hold these feelings, or we hold these emotions, or energy and motion. We hold these things because of the past, or things that have happened, in the past, either as kids or young adults, or whatever the case may have been. And those things are hard to kind of live with, I guess, carry on through life, because they're always just kind of in the back of your mind, and they do cause fear a lot of the times. They're fear mongering, or they can be fearful as far as breaking out of that that childhood trauma. I don't know how you would say that, but basically trying to heal your inner child and stuff like that. That goes into a lot of shadow work. The more work you do, the more you begin to actually see results in your life, I guess. You kind of just start to see things a lot clearer in your reality. Once you begin to actually see things a little bit clearer, you can apply these things into your everyday life, right? But you can basically, you know, create your own reality once you learn more about these kinds of things. You either have a lower conscious or a higher conscious. Your lower conscious, that's where you're getting a lot of the anger and frustration and stuff. Your higher conscious, that's where you're at peace. That's where the enlightenment is, you know, the joy in life and everything like that. So a lot of times, you know, the goal is to try to be sitting up here rather than down here. Like I said, you can do a lot of root chakra healing. Once you start doing that, you'll begin to open up your other chakras, or, you know, aligning them. Because like I said, chakras are already open, but once you start to heal that root down there, that inner child, that red energy, whatever's going on, you can actually, you know, align the sacral. And that's a lot of sexual energy as well. You know, I don't think I said that in my last video, but the sacral energy is feelings, but also, you know, a lot of the sexual energy and stuff. So, you know, you can really heal yourself. Like, you can really do some self-healing. I mean, that's what Vital TV is about. You know, I want to make sure that people understand that they have the power to heal themselves. I'm just speaking from my own experience. Yeah, and I can't help but to recommend that to other people. I love doing what I do, so being able to share these kind of moments with you guys, and hopefully somebody is taking this and, you know, running with it and actually doing something with it and listening to what I'm saying. It's, like I said, there's plenty of ways that you can actually raise your consciousness. That's basically what I study, basically what I do as far as my art, what I do, why I'm even doing these vlogs, you know, why I went to Atlanta, what I study, everything that basically has been going on since day one is because of what I would say Ma'at. Ma'at is basically an Egyptian goddess, and she's the daughter of Ra, and basically she brings the balance, or, you know, she's what balances, how could I say this? You know, she balances out like everything, not just on earth, but the universe, like everything, right? She balances what they call the scales, basically just like the scales of Ma'at. So she basically balances life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I study, the 42 laws of Ma'at. If you're not really familiar with those, you should tap into the 42 laws of Ma'at, just because truly those are like the, you know, like the laws of life, I would say, right? The 42 laws of Ma'at, like those are like the laws of life, like righteous laws as far as being a good person. You know what I mean? Having a good heart, having a good spirit. People don't have to show love. Like, that's not the crazy thing, but that's just really the world, you know, that, you know, a lot of people live in. I don't live in that world, but a lot of people do live in a world where they make choices to not do good things. You all have a choice. Like, you can wake up every day and choose to do the right thing, or you can choose to do the wrong thing, and you know whether or not you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. So I mean, like I said, once you actually start to apply these kinds of practices, apply these kinds of meditations, apply this work, and you can actually start to make better choices for yourself, instead of making choices that are like not helping you. You understand what I'm saying? Although making the right choice is a lot harder than making the wrong choice, and I know that from experience, because there was a point in time where I was easily just drawn to the wrong choice. Like, let me just do this is easier, right? Let me make the wrong choice, this is a lot easier. It's way harder for me to stop, right? Or way harder for me to actually start or stop starting something new in my life, right? I didn't want to start something I don't want to. Like, nah, it's too much work. Let me just do this over here. Let me just leave me alone. Let me do the wrong thing. But like I said, we all got a choice. I guess one day I just kind of woke up and decided, look, I'm gonna make a choice to better myself, and that was, you know, March 31st. 2019. Like I said, 2019, I actually ended up going to the hospital, and yeah, and that day I made the choice to better myself, and ever since then, that's what I've been doing. You know, live your life to the fullest, live your life happily, whether that is a bad choice or not. I mean, I don't want to tell you that, but look, I'm not going to tell you what to do, basically. You know, I'm not here to tell people what to do. I'm just giving suggestions, and you know, I'm just basically recommending, I guess you could say, like, hey, I have a recommendation. Like, look, you could change your life if you wanted to. You just got to make the choice. Got to make the choice. So when you are doing this kind of work, or healing, or meditations, or whatever you're doing as far as your healing work, you could definitely tap into crystals. And when you start working with crystals, like I said, they definitely are powerful tools, I guess. You have different crystals for different chakras, basically for different, you know, emotions, different energy and motion. I mean, there are different like root chakra crystals that you could get for specifically for that root. Like I said, that's definitely that's where you want to start. You want to make sure you can clear out that root chakra energy, because once you do that, like I said, the goal is to reach enlightenment, which is the crown chakra. Once you get to this crown chakra, then you can actually just live life. But you want to be operating from your heart chakra. So your heart chakra is very important, just because that's where that's where you're going to be really operating from in life in general. Follow your heart, they say, so to speak. But basically, you're going to get your heart weighed on a scale against a feather. So if your heart can't weigh against this feather, and your heart is heavier than a feather, then judgment is going to be bestowed upon you or something like that. But look, I'm not here to talk about nobody's judgment day. I'm just letting you know that's basically what the Egyptians and everything like that, that's the whole scales, balancing the scales and everything like that. So yeah, you really want to get that root chakra. You want to make sure you get that root chakra energy out, so you can vibrate at your heart chakra. And a lot of people, I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware of this, but we are living in like a new era. Like, we're living in a new dimension, I guess, 3D. We're living in 5D now. I hope you're creating a beautiful dimension out there for yourself, because life is not a joke. Like I said, there's something outside of self. Just because I'm a positive person, I'm an enlightened person, I show love and everything like that, doesn't always mean there's going to be people out here that are like me or do what I do. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to throw shade. They're going to try to throw other things. So that's why, I protect myself. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not here to do that. Once again, I'm just talking about from my own experience and what I do to protect myself. So pretty much, I wanted to also get into a little bit more about astrology, planetary star systems and stuff like that. Astrology, if you're not aware already, you got Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius. I don't know if I said those already. But yeah, basically, you got zodiac signs. And now those zodiac signs are all specific for a reason, right? So planetary systems, chakras, energy, colors are important in this as well. Numbers are actually important in this as well. Just to get a little bit more into the zodiac signs and everything like that. Now, I'm not sure if people are aware, but this is Vital TV. So each chakra, each zodiac sign, each color, everything is specific for a certain day, right? You're basically moving off of a clock. You're moving off of time. You're moving off of a calendar and time where, you got to be somewhere at a certain time. You got to clock in, you got to clock out, or whatever. You have an appointment, you got to be there at a certain time. Whatever the case is, a lot of the times we're moving off. There's no other option. You're basically moving off time. And that kind of goes a little bit more into quantum jumping and, time relevancy and stuff like that. But I'll talk about that at a later time. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to make sure I cover the basics first. So this is all just going to enhance your manifestations, enhance your energy, enhance your field, your auric field and stuff like that. And universe, God, the Most High, they can only respond to the energy that you're putting out. So if you're actually going to take these steps and, like I said, really care and really do the work, then that's all you have to do. Once you start taking the steps, Like, universe, God got you. You know what I'm saying? God got you. As far as sacred sounds, colors, crystals, the days of the week, astrology, like your sign. Of course, we all have a sign. There's no escape. You can't escape that. Like, whatever your birthday is, that's actually, going to correlate with what your sign is. Like, they're not just coincidence. Like, everything around us is kind of in correlation with each other as far as the energy and the vibration that we're putting out constantly every day. We want to be making sure that we are putting out a good vibration. At least I do. I don't know about how y'all feel, but I try to make sure I put out a good vibe every day. Maybe you start your day off different. That's okay. However you start your day off, just make sure you're starting it off right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you start off your day chilling, like happy. Don't let nobody bring you down. Like, no matter what happens, like, because people are gonna try to bring you down. Most definitely. Trust. I know from experience. Could wake up in the best mood ever. You know what I mean? And something can just really go left. But like I said, we all have a choice. So it's important to realize that the choices that you're making, and choose love over fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and that can get you really in that lower energy, that lower chakra energy, and can cause frustrations. It can cause people to do crazy things. Like, it can cause people to go berserk, right? Go crazy because they're so mad in that moment. But not realizing that you just dropped all the way down into your like lower nature. You just dropped all the way down into that root, into that lower nature. And sometimes, there are people who like to provoke and bring that kind of thing out of people. And that's why I do this. That's truthfully why I do this, because I don't really get down with that. I don't like how there are people who try to, get people in their feelings or get people to get into that kind of energy, and that's not cool. That's not cool anymore. And I say that with love. I say that with passion. Like, I say that with creation. Like, I'm gonna create better reality, not just for myself, but for anybody who's watching this channel. Because that's all life is, bro. Life is just an experience. And why do we want to experience something every day, like quote unquote hell? Like, why do you want to live in hell? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why do you want to wake up to misery? Like, why do you want to wake up and think about things, bad things? I don't know. Think about things like, why is this not working out for me? Why is this, why me? Like, having that kind of why me mentality, instead of being like, you know what, like, I'm gonna get it today. Like, nah, let me get up. Let me get right today. Let me make the right choice today to really feel good about myself. Live your life, bro, to the fullest. Don't let nobody control you. We just want to manifest good results, manifest a beautiful life. Yeah, man, that's all I'm doing. I'm just happy to be here, sharing these moments with y'all. Once again, I appreciate everybody tapping in. This has been another episode of Vital TV. A little bit shaky, baby, but shout out to Ralph Smart. Watch I Got every day. Go to his channel and subscribe if you haven't. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this on YouTube, make these shout outs or whatever, but yeah, man, I just watch people. That's what I do. I watch, I learn, and I'm here to teach now. So basically, I appreciate everybody tapping into my channel once. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell so you can get the notifications. Leave a comment about what you think on crystals, or what you think about the chart, the vibrational chart, or manifestations. I don't care. Just leave a comment. Call me a butthead. I don't care. Nah, for real. I appreciate everybody watching this channel. If you're watching this for good reason, even if you're not watching this for good reason, I don't care. At least you watched the video. I appreciate everybody tapping in again. Yeah, man, stay pure, stay positive, stay focused, stay in love, stay loving, stay dangerous, stay safe, stay balanced. Peace.